and feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I hope Big E is having a great day, enjoying his retirement. We're back live. We're back live after a couple of weeks on the road at the Super Bowl, at the NBA All-Star game. A lot of things has happened since that time. A lot of things have happened since that time. It's always very interesting in the world of sports and sports entertainment. It's always interested in the world of sports and sports entertainment. Oh, they got a new little feature here. Okay, hold on. Let me see something here. Oh, I can see the chat. All right. Okay. There's, Elon got a new little feature. It goes live on your little profile there, and then you see all of the things. The question is though, how do you pin it to your page? See, that's the question. I see a share button. I see a big screen button. I see a settings button. But what I don't see is a pin to your page button. See, Elon be throwing this stuff out there, and he don't be telling anybody what's going on. He don't tell anybody like, hey, this is what we're doing new. He just wants you to get on here and talk crazy so he can pay you $22 for you to talk crazy on the internet. It's amazing what people will do for $22. It really is. It's amazing what someone will do for $22 for Elon bucks. But that's the type of society that we're in. We're in a society where Stephen A. Smith can become the president of the United States. It's true. Stephen A. Smith went on a little mini tour. He's been doing these. What he's doing is he's checking the temperature. He's checking the temperature. So he's out here doing these mini tours where he goes out and he does kind of these political interviews. And I think he's trying to see what type of response he's going to get from people. And then based off of that response, I think he's going to decide what he's actually going to do. But see, I think I peeped this game. It's very similar to what Trump did when he ran for president the first time. It was very similar. And let me tell you how. See, when Trump ran for president the first time, he didn't run for president to win. No. He ran for president for the cash, for the money. Now, see, the thing about Trump is that when it comes to, what's the word I'm looking for? Scamming, he's really good at that. When it comes to hustling people, when it comes to, being a con man, he may be the best ever to do it. He may be the best ever to do it. And so he saw the presidency, because his money was getting a little low. He saw that was a way I could just get some quick money. That's why when he ran, he was just saying whatever. Because here's the thing, if you don't care about winning anything, when you go out and debate somebody or when you talk to someone on social media, if you have no cares about any type of repercussions, you're just going to say whatever. So he was just out there saying whatever came to his mind. Because he's like, they're not, I mean, he thought the American people were dumb, but he didn't think they were that dumb to vote him in the president. But he was going to get as many donations and tax write-offs. And, he was like a preacher. He's like Creflo Dollar running for president. It was a grift. Go back and watch election night back in 2016. Just go back and watch it. Look at his face. He's shocked. He's literally shocked that he's actually the president of the United States. Shocked. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe the people was this stupid. But then once he got in there, he realized, oh man, if I thought I could make a lot of money before just running, guess how much money I can make right now? Guess the type of money I can make now that I'm in there. See, that's what he figured for the second term. See, the first term, he was just shocked that he was in. He was just shocked that he actually made it, that he actually was able to become the president. The second term, he's like, oh, no, I'm going to cash out. Because they can't do nothing to me. I'm in my second term. I'm going to cash out. I'm going to make as many illegal deals as I possibly can. What are they going to do? They can't do nothing. Because let's just be honest, besides like Nixon, when the last time they actually ousted somebody from the presidency? Never. You pretty much do whatever. I saw President Obama doing an interview, and he was like, yeah, I could have did a bunch of stuff unilaterally, and they wouldn't have said nothing to me. But that's not exactly how it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to actually work like that. That's not the way the presidency is supposed to work. I could have did it. I'm the president. Do whatever I want to do. But I didn't do it because, that's not how the office is supposed to work. But what did Trump care? He don't care about you guys. He care about that cash. Straight cash, homie. And that's what I think Mr. A is working on. I think he realized that if this can work for Donald Trump, this can work, for me. And he's out there testing the waters. And when he tests the waters, he said, some of the water's a little warm. It's not too bad. The water's not too bad out there. I think there's something wrong with my dog, but that's another story for another day. So the waters are not too bad. They're shallow. I might be able to make this work. Now, I think he's making a mistake, running as a Democrat, but I see the thought process behind it. Nobody likes Democrats now. They're in a bad spot. He figures he can slide in, he can overtalk these people. And if you really listen, the number one thing you gotta listen to is the one answer that he said. He said he wasn't sure about anything else, but he would like the opportunity to debate. And I thought that was interesting because I think what he's really saying is he wants the opportunity to basically put himself on the highest of the high of network television. He wants to get on TV, which he does every single day, but not just on ESPN. He wants to do a presidential debate. He wants to do, he wants to go to the Democratic convention. He wants that big time spotlight. And he thinks that he can basically outtalk these people because that's what he's been doing his entire life. That's what he's been doing his entire life. He's been out talking people on TV for 20 years. So he's like, what's the difference between politicians? And that's why he's been going on Fox News and Bill Maher and all of this stuff. He's testing himself to see how it comes across, how it works out, how it's received, what type of attention it gets. Because then that's when the money comes in. Because there's a lot of money involved in a presidential candidacy. Yeah, you got to raise money, but you make a lot of money too. So if you just want to be a politician, he could run for something in like Connecticut or LA or New York, wherever he has residencies at. But no, he's going for the big time. So he can always be known as Stephen A. Smith, presidential candidate. See, that sounds better than Stephen A. Smith, host of First Take. He's going for the big time. He's going for a touchdown. Hail Mary. And don't put it past the American people to let it work. Why? Because it worked before. It worked twice. I know what you're saying. Well, he's black. He's not, white like Trump. So how could it possibly work? How could it possibly work out for him? It's different for black people. That's right. But there's a caveat to this. One type of black person can get over on this type of con. The black person that talks bad about black people. Or, in this case, says, racism isn't as prevalent as you think it is. So that's the type of person that can get over. You know why? Because white people who really are racist, who really don't want, black people in power, they see it as a Manchurian candidate. Someone that they could prop up and say, listen, we love him and he's black. So how can we be racist? Even though we're trying to delete that slavery exists. We're taking down all the black monuments. We're destroying all the black educational systems. Oh, we can't. Who cares about the policies? Stephen A. Smith is our friend. So we can't be bad people. I saw someone post a picture of Trump, and he back in the day, 20, 30 years ago, with Jesse Jackson and I think Muhammad Ali. And listen, Trump can't be racist. Look at him. He's with Jesse Jackson 30 years ago. How can this be possible? Now, if you say the same thing with the picture of him with Wine, the Epstein, they say, hey, man, that picture was 30 years ago. That don't mean anything. Say that's the hypocrisy of it all. But as you see, a picture does not mean anything. I've always said Trump, he likes rich people. And he likes people that bend the knee to him. He likes people that compliment him. You can be green if you're like he's the best ever. He'll be your friend. Racism is not a one-on-one type of situation. Just because you like one black person or two black people or 10 black people doesn't mean that you can't be racist. I mean, when you're the person that's, doing the policies that's tearing down the stuff, that's racism. That's like, with Donald Sterling. I'm sure there's pictures of Donald Sterling with Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure Donald Sterling was around, had pictures with a lot of black people. I mean, his team was pretty much all black at the time. I mean, that didn't stop him from saying he didn't want his mistress around the black players. I'm warning you, just like I warned you before. Pure life. I warned you before that Trump was going to win the second time. You guys have to stop underestimating the stupidity of the American people. You can't just say Stephen A. won't win, because you have to go by the facts. And the facts are we would put the worst person in America, one of the most unqualified people in America, in office twice. And so you don't think Stephen A. Smith can get up there and start? It's not like he got to tell the truth. It's not like he has to actually have any policies. He's got to sound good. And if it's one thing Stephen A. Smith knows I do, I talk. So if he actually says the right things to the right people, the people that actually go out and vote, I wouldn't be shocked. It's a long shot, but I've learned my lesson. And as it creeps closer and closer, and I watch. So you guys probably don't watch. I watch and see how people react to when he pops up on certain things. And there's this subset of Americans that feel like they've been unfairly labeled because they're MAGA. And they see him as a way of getting that label off of. So just because I'm MAGA, that doesn't mean I'm X, Y, and Z. But then Stephen A. get up in there and be like, I'm going to have more police. Hey, we get behind that. Just saying. I'm telling you, be careful. Which you so, somebody said they want Stephen A to win the presidency so they don't have to listen to his sports takes anymore. I thought that was a little harsh. I thought that was a little harsh. That definitely was a little harsh. Funny, but harsh. I see Kevin Durant is talking about the burner accounts. Let me look at it right here. What did he just say about the burners? I don't think he denied it, which tells you a lot. When you haven't done anything, you just deny it, right? Say, man, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I don't know what's going on. People are just, talking about this stuff and it's not true. Blah 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 blah. He said, he's not here to get into Twitter nonsense. He is not getting into Twitter nonsense, was his statement. That is not a denial. That's not a denial. It should be noted for most of you that almost every celebrity that is connected to social media in some way has a burner account. If they're on social media, they're a social media person, they have a burner account. Almost every athlete that I know has a burner account if they are on social media. Normally, it's harmless. The reason that they're on the burner account is so they can reply to regular everyday things without a million people replying to them. In some cases, as you know, they try to back up themselves in arguments about themselves. But for the most part, it's harmless. It's just so they can scroll and comment, in peace. If people was like, oh, this is Margot Robbie, talking about X, Y, and Z, it's, nobody, I don't think she would have the privacy that she wanted, but, she's out there just scrolling Instagram under her burner and making comments, that's easier to do. KD has said he had burners before, so it's not like it's out of the question that this burner account could be his. There are burner accounts where they talk trash about their teammates, players, whatever it may be. They feel like that, it's a free space. Kevin Durant has been tempting the Twitter gods, the Twitter detectives, for a minute. Maybe he went too far and they got him. Like I say, didn't deny it, just called it nonsense. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know what that means for the Rockets. It might not mean anything. Who cares? Maybe they don't care. They all make like $30 million a year. Maybe who cares what KD said on the burner? They win the championship. Who's going to care about that? I can see how you may feel a certain way. He did call one player retarded, if that was him. I thought the message about him trying to hold Steph accountable, everybody looked at him like he was crazy. I thought it was pretty funny. It's just, it's a gift and a curse, social media. If you engage in it in any type of daily way, you're always one tweet, one TikTok, one Facebook, one DM from exposure. And some athletes have really leaned into it. Some of them, it makes you wonder if they're okay in the head the way that they talk on there. Others have made it a very lucrative, business. It's a lot of different ways that it could go. You normally, if it's not true, you just say, nah, it wasn't me. I didn't say those things. I would never say those things about my teammates. It's obviously with somebody else. I don't know what's going on. If there's maybe some truth to it, you can't quite 100% deny it, just in case you get caught. So you got to just call it nonsense, I suppose. I mean, I don't know if it does. I mean, does it? I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? I guess because of the way that they were talking about the teammates, that could be an issue. I mean, if a teammate really thinks you're in private calling them retarded, I guess that would be hard. You would have to address it. So I wonder if the teammates were like, "Listen, did you call me retarded? Did you say I couldn't shoot? Did you say this, that, and the other?" Um, I'm sure he probably denied it to them, and I don't think they're going to go any further as far as trying to check it. But you go down that rabbit hole, and then the hole is pretty big. It's a pretty big hole. But yeah, your favorite athletes and entertainers all have burner accounts. They all are on something talking about somebody. Very rarely is the athlete or the entertainer um, uses their personal account to lash out, to talk about other people. You see it every once in a while. Someone like Cardi B, I think, uses hers. Nicki Minaj uses theirs personally to attack and do whatever. There's no hiding behind anybody else. But in general, burners are being used by everyone. Even some of your favorite media people have burner accounts. I know a few that have burner accounts. I'm not exactly sure why. We're just in media. Nobody really cares about what we have to say, but they have burner accounts where they go in, they do a report. If somebody tries to go behind them and say the report is wrong, they get on their burner, get in the thread and say, "Oh no, this is this guy has the greatest sources of all time." It's a weird world that we're living in right now, to be perfectly honest, which is a very weird world that we're living in. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Shout out to the Rockets media, whoever was the person that was like, "Listen, this is a elephant in the room. Somebody got to ask the question. I'm gonna be the person that asks the question, and we got an answer." And the thing about now, this is how media work. Like it wasn't really, it was reported in most circles, but now that Kevin Durant has actually made a statement, now ESPN, now NBC, now Prime Video, now the Peacock or whatever, they all are going to talk about it now. Inside the NBA, if it ever comes back on, they're going to talk about it now because he actually made a comment about it. That's just that Twitter nonsense. Uh, by the way, Twitter nonsense. Oh man, he's not going to get into it. He's not going to get into it. I mean, I guess that's maybe the best way to handle it, but you can already see that it's trending in a certain way. This may have legs, so we have to see how it goes. Another one of the stories that I think is maybe has been underreported is these IG models that are older. I mean, they're not like 50 or anything, but they're older and they are I don't know if the grooming, praying, I don't know what you want to call it. Uh, but they're jumping on these college athletes and locking them into relationships. These kids are, 18, 19, 20 years old, and some of these women are 24, 25, 26, 27, whatever years old. The latest one, is Ryan Williams out there with Bama. He got engaged to this girl. She's 24, 25 years old. She got a kid. He's 19. At the earliest, they met when he was 18. He was possibly 17 at the time when they met. Um, it seems like a plot. It seems like they're plotting on him, and I think it's more prevalent now because of the NIL. Because now these 18, 19-year-old kids, you don't have to wait till they get into the league. They're millionaires now, today. And somebody that doesn't have a job, had no connections to Alabama, doesn't go to school there, all of a sudden just pops up, and now she has no discernible income. She has a kid, but you don't see the kid anywhere. I mean, these are red flags, right? I mean, we've seen this happen, before. And I mean, I don't know if there's anything that you could do about it. I mean, I know everyone prays for Travis Hunter. You got that tattoo of the girl on his on the face on his chest, and she got tattoo of a money sign on her ring finger. Those two are not the same. Those two are not the same. Your face, big old face on my chest, money sign on the ring finger, not quite the same. Not quite the same. I mean, but we gotta hope it, works out for him. But at least they got married and they had a kid. He wasn't playing stepdaddy. He wasn't a 19-year-old stepdaddy. And it's something that I would say is something to definitely keep an eye on. It's definitely something that is that people should pay attention to. What a time! It's such a unique time, um, in sports, in politics, in society, in life. Uh, just weird stuff. Michael Jordan getting the ice out the kid back and turns it to like a major story. Like everything is so hyper sensitive right now. We got the news lady's mom got kidnapped and can't figure out what's going on and allegedly sending ransom notes to TMZ. I mean, it's just a lot of unusual things that are going on these days. So yeah, you guys got to be safe, out there. Do me a favor if you can. I'd explain to you why at a later date. But if you can go ahead and follow my TikTok, it's Robert Littal BSO. It's very important, but I'll let you know at a later date of why. Because we're going to try to do something, hopefully, this year that has never been done before. It's one of those type of things like when I started BSO, they said it can't be done, and I did it. We're going to try to do something in 2026 that has never been done before. But I did my research, and it looks like we're going to need some of the ticks and the talks for some help. But I think we can do it. And I promise you, if we do it, and we do it the right way, and it works out for me, you can mark the tape, mark the video for those who watch. I'm going to take care of you. If we can do this, if we can do it. I think we can. I could be wrong. I guess I'll find out. But be optimistic. I think we're going to try to do something that's never been done before. Never been done before. But I'm going to need you to follow TikTok, Robert Littal, BSO. Follow Instagram, BSO TV. You guys are already on Twitter, y'all, and the YouTube. Any place that you can follow. Because we're gonna do something this year, hopefully. I have more information, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks. But we're gonna try to do something that's never been done before. To my knowledge, at least. Not by a brother. We're gonna try to do something that's never been done before. But I need your help. I need your help. And if we do it, we got a big party. We're going to have a big party. Oh, we're going to have a massive party. You don't have to fly in. The party going to be so big. Do that for me, though.